Um, Actually, listening to Elise and Mike, I was struck by the fact that a lot of the comments one can make about universal jurisdiction cases, we can generally make about international justice. The kind of lack of proximity to the crimes, and Elise just mentioned the one-sidedness of prosecutions, and the challenges to due process, the lack of access to evidence, and I think it's very difficult to compartmentalize the types of justice mechanisms we have, because essentially there's only two types of mechanisms, either local or not. If that's our starting point, and a lot of people agree in the past years, 15, 20 years, about the benefits of transitional justice mechanisms with their downsides, but anything that's not local will face those challenges, whether it's universal jurisdiction in the Netherlands or Germany, or whether it's ICC when it comes to access to evidence. And it's the same about politics. The fact is that those cases which relate to international crimes, those crimes occur in an inherently political context. So the idea that those trials could be anything but political, I think, is a fiction. The question is, how do we deal with the politics of the situation in the judicial process? Because I think it's unavoidable that politics will seep in, whether it's in charging policy, whether just the prosecutor defining a crime as a crimes against humanity rather than a war crime is already taking a side, a narrative side. It's not the same story you're saying about how you understand the conflict. The fact that some political actors locally will use the trial for political gain is unavoidable. We can't avoid that. It's going to happen. So I think, and again, that applies whether it's a universal jurisdiction case or the ICC case.